I think the first time that I made a really big zoo, and it was really successful, I got bored, almost like Old Testament God, and I fenced around like the entrance of the zoo so nobody could leave, and then I deleted all the fencing around the exhibits, and I kind of just like watched all this carnage happen. I think that's when I realized I like Zoo Tycoon. Zoo Tycoon is a game where you are the owner of a zoo, you are the tycoon who runs a zoo, and you basically build the exhibits, you plop down businesses like all over the zoo map, and you have to make sure the guests like your zoo and that it's profitable. And it sounds really boring, but it's actually really fun.
We were so relieved when we bought Zoo Tycoon for our computer. It lets us create and manage our very own zoo. Now we can take the zoo home without taking the zoo home. Rated E for everyone.
There are two ways that you can play Zoo Tycoon. There are scenarios is what they call them, or there's like free play. Free play is fine. It gets like really boring after a while. Like, okay, you have a good zoo, that's basically it. Scenarios are like, well, they're scenarios. There's like a set of goals that you have to accomplish in a certain amount of time. There's one that I've been trying to beat literally since I was like 9, which is that you go to this really gross, bad zoo, and you have to make it into a good zoo within, I think, like a year, and you have like no money. You can also see what all the guests in Zoo Tycoon are thinking, and anytime someone thinks something mean, I like throw them in the ocean or something. It's not an exciting game. It's just like very calming. There's a lot of minutia. You have to like make sure that the animals are not miserable, and you have to make sure that all your businesses are profitable. It's honestly really boring, but that's kind of why I like it. It requires thinking, but it's like the kind of like simple problem solving that kind of cancels out the complicated real life thinking that you have to do every day. Like, real capitalism is really fucking terrible, but Zoo Tycoon doesn't hurt anyone. I'm pretty sure all the like zoo employees are unionized. It's like an ideal parallel world where there's just animals and you get to kill people if you want, or you don't. You can only really kill the zoo employees. The guests just get like eaten by dinosaurs and like regurgitated, and they run around and they scream. It's less about killing, it's more just like, if you're mean to me, the first thing I do is like I put them in front of the restaurant so they can go in the restaurant and like forget that they're mad by spending money. And then if that doesn't work, I build like a lake, and then I just throw them in the lake and have them swim around in circles. I also think it's a way of like indoctrinating children into capitalism, because the entire point is to have a profitable zoo. It doesn't have to be a good zoo. It doesn't have to be like a fun zoo. You just have to have profit. If you've played and enjoyed Roller Coaster Tycoon, the inferior Tycoon game, then you should play Zoo Tycoon, the superior Tycoon game. But if micromanaging stuff and like being a capitalist isn't your thing, then like maybe play another game?